Hello YouTube universe, my name is Eileen and this is my first video. I've been thinking about making YouTube videos for quite some time now, only because I feel like I have so much information to give to everybody who watches YouTube videos, and I feel like I could be of some sort of help and things like that. And there was a specific topic that I wanted to talk about, and it's about a TV show called 13 Reasons Why. And I have a lot of views for the show, and I'll probably have to do this in parts because there are just way too many things that I have to say about the show. I try really hard not to look at everything in like bad light, so there are some things that are good about the show, but there are also some things that aren't realistic, like the show might have intended it to be. Yeah, so let's begin. So, I wanted to specifically talk about Season 2, Episode 13, and all events leading up to that. There were so many hints that somebody somewhere was going to try to do a school shooting. And I know that they as in 13 Reasons Why, tried to cover it in a lighter way, but they also didn't really cover how to stop school shootings in a truthful way either. And what I mean by that is that if somebody is going to walk up to a school with the intent to shoot up the school, they're not going to stop just because one person got in front of them and told them to stop. And that's the sad reality of school shootings, and that's the part that you can't stop. There is a part that you can stop that 13 Reasons Why did not cover. I know a lot of this information because I am going to school to become a teacher. I work in an after-school program, and I am a teacher assistant in a school too. So I am pretty much well-versed in the school area. And I feel like, yes, they did try to cover that school shootings are not the way. School shootings are not a good topic, and school shootings are hard to cover. Yes, I understand. But at the same time, they're not covering the better ways to try and stop the school shooting, because if somebody is going to go up to someone right as they're entering a school with guns, first of all, that's not going to happen because the schools have increased their security because of all the school shootings. Second of all, if somebody's going to walk up to them, like I said before, they're not just going to stop at that. If they're already bringing weapons to a school building, they're going to go for what they want to, and nothing is going to stop them. When you have that kind of mindset, and when you're coming from such a dark place to have to want to go and kill a bunch of people in that horrific way, you're not going to stop them. You can stop them if you do it in the right way. Let me explain. If you have any kids with disabilities who are bullied, who don't have a lot of friends, who maybe don't talk a lot, who might be really smart, who might be really, really awkward, they don't know how to socialize, you go up to them and you say hi. You be nice to them because that's what they want. They are missing something. Have you guys ever heard of Maslow's hierarchy of needs? I have a feeling that they're missing the nurturing part of what they need psychologically. They are missing to be wanted and to feel needed. And so, yes, as Clay went up to Tyler saying, "I don't want you to die," that is very, very crucial. for a suicide to be done alone, maybe, but not for a school shooting. So if you just stop and say hi and smile to even the weakest kids in your grade or your class, or even below, if you're a senior and you see somebody younger getting bullied by like a sophomore, then you go and you help that person. They did cover the fact that, there are going to be a lot of school shootings and nothing is going to stop it, but they didn't cover that you can stop it. And I mean this by you can stop school shootings by changing who you are. You don't have to be like every other kid in that school and to bully a kid or not talk to a kid because they're weird and awkward. Honestly, the most weird and awkward people are like the best people, aka me. But I'm serious. Your best friends could totally be like the most weird, the most awkward people that you've ever met, but they're the best people ever. The thing is that teenagers and young adults these days feel the need to be wanted. They want to fit in. And I understand that. Like, I totally, don't get me wrong. Like, I completely understand that. And as I make more YouTube videos, you will see why. That I completely understand where that's coming from. But the thing is that you're not only hurting yourself and your own personal growth, but you're hurting other people around you. Let that sink in for a minute. Because if one person falls down, boop, so does everybody else. It is a circle. It's a domino effect. No matter what you do, if it's bad and if it's hurting somebody, it's ruining somebody's day, it's falling down and it's ruining somebody else's day all the way up to who knows where. And this is like just the most important thing to know, because if you go and you make somebody's day, you're going to go and you're going to make everybody's day. And that's like the best part of being positive and being a good person in general. You have the power to make so many people's days better. So maybe, adults aren't doing enough to try and help and act for school shootings. Maybe things aren't acting fast enough, but that's okay. Things take time. You take time. So, how would you feel if you were the only person not being spoken to, not getting the help that you need? Wouldn't you want to be nurtured? Wouldn't you want to be said hello to? And I know that parents would freak out, just as 13 Reasons Why said, parents will freak out and then forget about it. I know that's wrong, and I am not disregarding that whatsoever. But that doesn't mean that your actions aren't as important. And coming from a person who has gone to high school, I know that there are still people out there who are bullying, who are gossiping, who are trying to be the coolest people in the world, which I will get into later also, but being cool is not cool at all. I know it sounds weird, but it's true. So there are so many things that you need to think about. As much as you want to be loved, so do the people around you. Think about that. As much as you want to be loved, so do the people around you. So you can go on and you can say, oh, the parents aren't doing anything and this and that, and we'll protest because parents aren't doing things, the government isn't doing things. What about you? If you're in high school and you see that person who's using drugs, what do you say to them? That they don't have a life, they have a low life, they have to get a life, they're drug addicts, etc. What if they're hurting so much that they're using drugs to turn to because they are not getting that same love that you are, but it hurts them in a different way? All you have to do is at the least, the minimum that you could do. It is the easiest thing ever. The minimum thing that you have to do is to say hello and smile. That's it. When you're at such a low point in your life, that one high and that one smile brings you a mile away from where you were. A mile. And I think the first thing that you have to do is to end the stigma of mental illness. That's it. And honestly, it all starts with you. You're being told the information. You're watching this video. Are you going to do it? Everybody knows within them that honestly that's what you have to do. Everybody knows. It's a known thing. The thing that's hard to do is that it's hard to act on it because it's hard to actually be a good person. When you're in high school and middle school, it's hard. I get it. I've been there. Like 4 years ago, I was in senior year. I was there. But it's up to you. Nobody deserves to feel like they don't need to be here anymore. Everybody that's on this earth is so beautiful, and they have so many great gifts. So why don't you, instead of trying to get parents to do things, I mean, I'm not saying to stop doing that at all. Trust me. But in the process of trying to get adults to try and act more on school shootings, why don't you try to stop to end the stigma as well? Why don't you stop focusing on the parents and let them do whatever they want to do or the adults want to do? And why don't you look out for people in your own school? Why don't you keep the people in your school safe by making everybody in a happy and positive community? Because if you do that, it goes a long, long way. And I think the problem is that so many people in this world don't know that they are loved. So many people in America don't have the right therapy tools, the right classroom tools, the right counseling tools, anything. They don't have the right tools to know that they deserve to be here, and they do. They do so much. I love you, and I don't even know any of you who are on the internet looking at my face right now, and I still love you. If you hear that barking, that's my dog. Anyway, you have to reach out. You have to end the stigma. You have to extend that first hand to finish off that road of anger. And there are so many movies and things showing people that all you have to do is to be good, and it's not getting through anybody's head. And I know this because I have a little sister who's still in high school. If you guys don't change, nothing is going to change anyway. You have to make the difference. By making a difference, you're going to be a good person. You're going to get offline. You're going to stop making fun of, oh, that girl's hair is disgusting. Oh, that girl is wearing ugly pajamas to school today. Oh, this and that and blah, 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 blah. Stop. There are so many more things that you could be talking about other than other people. You should worry about yourselves. Making yourself happy and making others happy. And that's why we're here, and that's why we have to be on this planet, to make everybody happy. God did not put us on this planet to be such miserable people every single day going around like, I don't want to be here. No, if you didn't want to be here and God didn't want you to be here, you wouldn't be here. End of story. So why would you waste your time bring other people down as well as yourself? Because honestly, when you bring other people down, you have insecurities of your own. And that's what we need to start working on first. Have a good day.